What is going on, everybody? It's your boy NothingButSkillz, and today we're going to be talking about some settings, some tips that you guys can do to help improve your overall gameplay and aim in the Division 2 for console. So these settings are mainly settings that I would go about changing. Now I'll show you my settings, but the main purpose of this video is to show you the settings that you guys can change. So the first thing you want to do is go to your settings screen, your settings options, and then scroll all the way down, and the first set of settings is going to be in your gameplay tab. Now in your gameplay tab, there are going to be two main settings you want to focus on. That's going to be the additional field of vision view, which I have mine at 25. It's default at 0, and then the same one, additional field of vision while aiming. So this is why you're aiming down the sights. So this is 25 on both of these. Now I'm going to show you what 25 looks. We'll try to look at this helicopter, see the field of vision that we have. We can actually see the whole helicopter and see to the left and right of it. Now if we drop this down to about 0, you can look at the big difference between 25 and 0. So now, look, the same view that we had, we barely got to see any of the back of the helicopter. So we'll try to take another look at that so you can see from this side. Let's look at the helicopter here. This is probably going to be a better angle. We'll push back as far as we can. So the helicopter's like right in the middle. We can barely see to the left of that building. We're going to push it all the way to max. There we go. We're going to push this all the way to max. And look, now we can see, we can almost see into the downstairs on the bottom left hand corner. Before we couldn't even see that. So that's why I actually like having it maxed out at 25. I have some friends that run it at 15 and 15. This is the same when aiming down the sights. You can see a little bit further down. So just some settings I would recommend you playing with. These are two of the newest settings that they added to the Division. I want to say this was in title update 3, 4, around there. Not 100% sure, but it's been a while. But the last video I did on tips on how to improve your aim, this wasn't on there. So these are two settings I would really look at changing in the Division 2. Now the next settings we're going to go into are really going to be with the controls. We're not going to focus on UI or audio. Controls are going to be the next thing. So the first setting you want to mess with is a setting that while sprinting during gameplay, you will automatically vault or climb over objects in front of you and continue sprinting. Now this is pretty cool for certain situations, but it can mess you up a lot. A lot of times when you get into cover, instead of getting into cover, you automatically jump over cover. The enemies can shoot you. If you're playing PvP, the players can shoot you. So it's one that I would recommend you guys keep it on no, but that's really up to you. The next setting we're going to talk about is camera sensitivity. This changes the camera movement speed when you're looking around. Now I always keep mine at 10. It's halfway. Remember, max value is 20, minimum is 0. I keep mine at 10. The same with aim sensitivity. Aim sensitivity changes the camera movement speed when you're zoomed in. A higher value increases camera responsiveness. So this is the same thing as camera sensitivity, but this is when you're looking down the sights and you're aiming. This is where this will be affected. So I keep mine at 10. So the next settings I would recommend adjusting is scope sensitivity. Now this is when you're using a scope. So when you're in that 8x scope, 12x scope, those sniper scopes that zoom all the way in, this is the same thing. So I keep mine at 5. I feel that having it in between 0 and 10 is perfectly fine. So the max you can put is 10, but I feel like 5 is good. Now controller vibration, I've recently switched to off on every game I play, and I feel like my aim has improved significantly. Now some players like having it on to know that they are shooting the gun, but having it off will definitely improve your aim if you're having issues controlling the thumbsticks. And one thing you'll notice, a lot of the pros who play professionally and compete in those professional leagues always have vibration off. Now if you want to adjust the button layout, that's up to you. For the dead zone, for your left stick and right stick, this all really depends on how old your controller is. If you notice that your controller is starting to sway to the left or to the right, this might be a setting that you want to adjust. I really have never had to mess with this because my controllers have all been pretty new. I just leave it on default. I think default was 3. So I have not touched a dead zone, and I don't have an issue aiming. But if you've noticed that your controller is swaying to the left or right, these two settings here can improve your life. Now the next setting we're going to go into is toggle to sprint. 100% believe this should be on. Toggle to sprint, needing to either hold down the sprint control or just tap. I love just being able to tap my thumbstick in and then I will start to sprint versus having to hold that thumbstick in the whole time while sprinting. This saves you time, effort. 100% recommend this. The same with the next setting, always have this on. Double tap to automatically move forward. So enable auto run by just hitting your left thumbstick. I recommend putting this on, but remember that is up to you. Now the next setting I would recommend putting on because it's great. So once you go into cover, you can just hit your right joystick or left joystick and it will pop you out of cover versus having to hit the cover button. So whatever you use to get into cover, you have to tap that to get out of cover. Definitely don't like it. I feel like it slows you down, and recommend you having that one turned on. The next setting you might want to get into is cover move around corner with button press. Now when you're on cover and then there's a corner where you can get around, like maybe a car, you would have to hit a button to do that. Now I don't recommend that. I just like using my joysticks to move around, so definitely I would put no, but that's up to you. Move around corner speed, I put mine on max, so when you do move around those corners when you're in cover, it's as fast as possible, 100%, but you can slow this down if you want. Aim assist on console should always be on, in my opinion. Just something that helps control players aim a little bit better. Hold to aim, yes. So I rather have hold to aim than not, because there's an option where if you can just tap it, it would automatically stay aiming. But I rather hold to aim, and then when I want to get out of aiming, I let go of it. Now there's also an option that you can change right here where cancel skill while aiming. That's great. So if you're about to throw a skill and you hit your aim button, it will cancel that so it doesn't you waste your skill. So these are some changes I would recommend you guys taking a look at if you guys haven't gone into your controllers, if you haven't gone into your gameplay to mess with that field of vision view. That is personally what I would change. Now for everything else, these settings are just kind of personal preferences, but those control settings, the gameplay settings, those settings in general will help you have a better experience while playing the Division 2, and then of course hopefully help you improve your aim in the long run. So if you do want to play some PvP, or if you just want to hit those shots a little bit better with the controller, those settings will help you out. Let me know what you guys think about this. Leave a thumbs up as always if you enjoyed this video and you found it useful. Remember guys, I do have another Division 2 channel that plays Division 2, plays some Call of Duty, plays a bunch of other games. It's called NothingButSkillz Gaming, and to get to that you just type in youtube.com/teamskills and that will take you to that channel. So definitely go subscribe to that channel, support that channel. I appreciate all the support, but until the next video, Nothing But Skills is out.